Sponsored mods, kiting and teaming, and what is the next event in ARK? You're right kids, it's Ras Clark and welcome to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around, and let's get into it. So the community crunch dropped last night with a bit of information on what they're working on. Behind the scenes they are getting creative on the creative cheaters out there. First up, they've looked at new ways to prevent people from kiting corrupted dinos on extinction. On PvE of course. Kiting has sadly been around forever in ARK since PvE was a thing. And whilst it's great the team are doing what they can to enforce some action against those cheaters, it's a shame to see time and time again there's always someone out there that wants to ruin your base via some sneaky tactic. But this new tactic has been prevented by them making corrupted dinos no longer damaging player structures. Great to see the team enforcing something there, and I just hope players don't find another way around this. As well as the corrupted dinos being patched, there was a bunch of patches that went out. Mostly on PC, but a lot of these have come to Xbox and PlayStation too. The tech helmet has finally been changed so you're no longer tapping E to cycle the visors, you're using the pinwheel, which honestly is a great thing. I can't tell you how many times I've accidentally changed my visor, so it's great to see the team have done something to improve this. Artifacts on single player, it's great to see this one. So many times I've found artifacts not to have spawned when they should have. I don't know why that's a thing, but it's great to see the team have done some tweaks, and it especially helps for speedrunners. I know a lot of people like to speedrun the island, and the Skylord just doesn't spawn half the time. Apparently there were invisible bees. It's not a good thing to get an invisible sting, so I'm glad to hear that's been patched. Apparently there was a bug where you could escape through the ceiling barrier. Thank God that one's been patched. Another measure bites the dust. A few client crash issues have been resolved. The colour ID issues on the new cryopod patch. If you're not aware, cryopods are now detailing a lot more stuff than they used to. You can now look at a heck of a lot more stats on what your dinos are whilst cryoed. Very handy, especially for breeding and management of which dinos you want to be using. Another exploit has been patched that avoided turret damage, thank God for that. A floating name issue that apparently affected performance has been improved as well. Shoulder cannons were apparently targeting allied creatures. Oh, damn, I want to see a video on the chaos that caused. And a server crash has been fixed as well. There was also a bug on the spyglass not displaying names, that's been fixed. Even more exploits have been fixed regarding turret damage and bowlers. You creative bunch out there keep giving Wildcard a run for their money, and it's good to see they're on top of it and patching as soon as they can. Teamers, you're going down on SmallTribes, it's rife. There's been far too many reports recently on people teaming, and whilst there is a ticket system to ensure anyone caught will be punished, people are once again getting more creative on how to cheat with these teaming rules. I know this one very well myself, running a server with teaming rules myself, and people finding loopholes to make it look like they're not teaming when they really are, and it's so frustrating that people can't just play by the rules, because all it does is make the devs create new rules, new restrictions, and ultimately dampening the game experience. I get it, everybody wants to gain some advantage where a specific rule doesn't apply, and will jump through hoops in this hot and heavy PvP experience. If you're one of those people, all you're going to do is make the devs create new rules and make it a tougher game to play. So get that sportsmanship sock out, and let's all play the game in the fun spirit it deserves to be played in. There's new sponsored mods in the program. If you don't know what a sponsored mod is, it's handpicked out of the thousands of mods that are out there to then be supported by wildcards, with the modders being paid a decent sum a month to ensure development as best as they can, including marketing opportunities. This gives them the potential to be integrated into the official game. As we know, there's been several mod maps that have made the cut. Well, the latest mod map to join the sponsored program is, and I'm going to apologise on pronunciation here, FJÖRDUR, something like that. A beautiful map inspired by the Norse culture and myth. featuring 3 primary landmasses, a solid but carefully chosen range of biomes, and unique map structures. There seems to be a lot of potential on this map, and I look forward to learning more. I may even review this myself in the near future. Marnii mods hairstyles, integrating a new few hairstyles that you can don to make all your friends jealous. This one's been around for some time now, with a lot of well-known YouTubers out there using this mod. But shout out to She Plays It on YouTube. She's got an excellently detailed video that breaks down all the hairstyles and gives it a solid review. Go check it out so you can see all the pretty hairstyles that might, at some point, come to ARK. Glacius, another mod map. A challenging map focusing on surviving the harsh elements of a frigid landscape. Of course there'll be challenging weather such as snowstorms and blizzards, with a new snow structure set, and another one I'm very keen on playing and reviewing soon. And finally, the last sponsored mod to make the list, Prehistoric Beasts. A number of dinos to add to the roster, with their own unique visual styles, significant changes, to perhaps give your maps a new refreshing look. Sadly, with these sponsored mods there is a time frame. These aren't sponsored forever. An example is Project Tiamat, that was sponsored for a long time, but has now been removed from the cut. But that doesn't mean it's lost full support, and there's always a potential for the team to pull them on board and integrate them into the ARK universe in the future. As usual, there's a bunch of awesome community submissions from the likes of Royale with Cheese, the Axeman, For Raw, Dunkstar, and some cool artwork, with my favourite being ARK vs Carno by Professor Specs, with your flying clown in the background. So yes, there is no Evo event this weekend, however, there's an event coming soon. Said the community manager kind of confirmed it when asked the question if Easter event is coming. He said most likely, and we've had it year on year out. I'd be surprised if it didn't drop again. For those of you that have not seen this event before, it drops a lot of breeding, player harvesting and taming rates, as well as chibis, emotes, skins, dino candies and pretty cool dino colours. Usually this drops early April and runs for a majority of the month. So by my guess we've got pretty much bang on 1 month to wait for this event. But with this Genesis Part 2 delay, I do believe Wildcard definitely need to step up this event. There needs to be some new features to keep the players involved as we all anticipate the new map. And what sort of features would you like? Drop a comment below, let me know. Thanks all for watching. My name's Ras Clark. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and as always, peace out. FJÖRDUR, something like that. FJÖRDUR is I don't know, man. FJÖRDUR, a beautiful map. FJÖRDUR.